Hello again, how is everyone? Hope you will be staying alive. Just want to get in the other day and just let some crap off my chest. So I want to discuss in this video a topic that came to light since the court ruling in Scotland. Now, this isn't anything to do with women's change rooms or anything like that, but it's about the hypocrisy that's come from the other side of it now. So after that ruling, I didn't care. Be you, do what you want, identify as who or whoever you want. You know, the only thing I agree with is women should have a safe space, but I think also people, transgender people, should have a safe space. They should feel safe wherever they are. You know, so to me, is the greatest way to fix this is have neutral toilets along with male and female toilets. And I came across a clip from one of the news programs I like to watch on a regular basis, and they've got some valid points, and some things I watch and go, oh, nah, don't agree with that. You know, I was always two sides, you know, there's always something that they agree and disagree with. Like, if you're not going to be open to both sides of anything, you're a pretty stupid person. In the end of the day, you shouldn't be given an opinion unless you're willing to listen to an alternative opinion, because that alternative opinion might be better than your opinion and actually sway you to understand the process better. But it came on, and they were talking about the toilets. So yeah, oh God, they've got nothing more to talk about. It's got that bad as this is all they're going to talk about is these toilets and people's toilets. But the first thing they went to was, here's the easiest solution. And I'll play the video for you to listen to.
And when it comes to bathroom facilities, to me there was an easy solution years ago, which is either where there's a disabled toilet, use it, because they tend to be unisex, and actually normally the disabled toilet is near the women's bathrooms because it's kind of considered to be probably a little bit more sanitary and nice and a bit safer around that neck of the woods.
There's disabled toilets. Germany, right next to women's toilets. Get them to use them. I'm like, whoa, hold up a minute. You do know what a disabled toilet's for. Firstly, it's to be able to gain access quickly, to feel secure, to have lack of embarrassment. I know relatives who have colostomy bags. People have stoma bags. People have Crohn's. You know, they need to get to toilets. They need to be able to get them quickly. They don't want the embarrassment of maybe having an accident, emptying the bag amongst other people into the toilet and the smell. You know, and then just in general, the wheelchair, it's designed and it has barriers for people with mobility and moving issues. Like, on what sense does this person think it's fine that an able-bodied person should just be able to go and use the disabled toilet because we want safe spaces for everyone? The disabled toilet isn't an opt-out option, so for that sake, we'll all pull up in the Asda, go to Tesco's, get the bags out. Oh, well, there's a little disabled bay there, right next to the normal base, but it's a bit closer. We'll just pop in and use that, no one's going to mind. And it just shocked us, like, this is where we are all the time as disabled users. That things that have been designed and adapted to ensure we have a quality of life are just normal people with normal conditions. Just look at them flippantly as if it's just like a little dressing room or something for you. The little disabled person going there and getting all the baby to do the makeup and sort herself out and get all nice and dressed up. You kidding us? Are you winding me up? These are there because some people can't get up a flight of stairs, and in a lot of facilities when you're out and about, there's a flight of stairs to the toilets and stuff. So is it going to be a case that just from now on, just anyone can just say free fall on the disabled? It boiled me piss. To be sure, it really boiled me piss that someone who's not disabled, or I may be wrong, I'll take that back, that reporter wants to see if they are or not disabled, But if they are, to be so flippant about a facility that's designed for someone who needs it. Now, I've said in the previous video that my condition limitates me when walking and getting about. But generally the toilets are always together in a lot of large places. On bars and restaurants and stuff. And generally you'll have the male, the female and the disabled in between. Or the disabled might be around the corner. But if I can get to a male toilet, because I'm male, on a ground floor, at the same ease I can get to the disabled toilet, I'll take the male toilet. Because there's going to be someone who may walk into that establishment who needs the barriers that are there, maybe to lift yourself up and down, to support yourself up and down, the extra room for cleaning up and stuff like that. You know, I just need to go. I can go to the toilet as normal as I can. It's just a struggle when I walk. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to use a disabled toilet if it's right next to a normal toilet. If the normal toilet's miles away from the disabled toilet and it's quite some walk, of course I'm going to use the disabled toilet. It's me right. I have a goddamn right to use it. But I always think of others, and I think this is the problem with this. This is what probably really boiled me piss, is it's not thinking of others, is it? If you think you can just go and use something that's designed solely for someone to aid them throughout their daily life, because it's more ease for you, it means it gets them away from women's toilets. It gets them away from the men's toilets. And it just allows them to put a full stop on the actual on the whole subject. But at the plight of disabled people. Like, are we that worthless? Are we that unseen? Are we that unheard? That you'd put that on a broadcast? Take our toilets. Look, I don't mind any mum or parent's toilets are full. You know, they go in there and the kids are bursting. And they go in the toilet. Because you don't begrudge anything. But there's a thin line between aiding someone and then just taking it for granted. Like you say, a car parking space. I just chuck it in there. You haven't got a badge, but so what? Chances of getting caught. And that's what happens nowadays. The amount of times you go and you park anywhere. You go around and you go, no badge, no badge, no badge. And it's not enforced. And when it had been enforced, years ago, I used to pull up to Asda in my local area. And it had these little boxes, small boxes right in front of the road, in front of the parking bay, which had a sensor on it. And when you pull up, it would start beeping and sound off a big alarm saying, "Please be aware, these are disabled parking bays. Please do not park here if you do not have a bay." And know what would happen? As you can see, I do look normal and healthy. Don't look like I have a condition. So I pull into it. I get out. Then the abuse starts. "Do you need to park there?" "Well, you did not park space. That's what people in wheelchairs are, you know. Look here, man." And I'd be threatened. I'd be attacked. And I'd be like, "Mate, I'm disabled." I wouldn't be that polite. Never am. Probably a lot more aggressive, which I have been. But that's what it does. It brings the wrong attention. So everything's going to get abused, especially for disabled people who cause of parking. And now they're saying, just use a disabled toilet. It'll be freaking fine, man. No one will notice. Well, there's a large disparity between male and female in disabled toilets. Most male toilets will have maybe 2 to 3 cubicles, 3 to 4 urinals. Most female toilets wouldn't know. Probably have to go off my wife's guess, probably 3 or 4 cubicles. That's so we got 3 to 4 of them, 4 male, 7 individual toilet to 1 disabled toilet. The percentages are dropping now, aren't they? So that's 8 to 9 people that have been able to go and relieve themselves at ease. Whereas if there's a few disabled people out on a day trip, no, not on a minibus, head against the windows, like the old jokes. they're going to struggle. It's going to be a queue. And then if we're going to allow it, people just use the toilets willy-nilly. You know, these people could be walking in over a storm of bags, bursting. Absolutely bursting, ready to blow. First chance they've got, they'll try to get the toilet. And someone who's not disabled is in there, using it. These reporters need to think. Think before they speak. Get a logical answer. Yeah, she might have said afterwards, oh, have gender-neutral toilets, but don't put disabled toilets in your mouth. Don't you say it? And that's the rant I've had. I think I have to make a video. I have to say something on video about this because more and more it gets. I see it can be you're being disabled, and the things we have being abused by people who have no right to use them. Till next time, make sure you stay alive. Thank you.